Have you ever had someone try to control you, whether it's a friend, a colleague, or even a partner, and you only realized it too late? Today, we're drawing inspiration from Robert Greene's strategies to help you spot manipulative moves early and protect yourself. In this video, we'll explore how to stay one step ahead in your relationships and professional life. By the end, you'll feel more aware, more confident, and better prepared to set your own course in life without letting others pull the strings. Being observant. Before we talk about tactics, remember that it all starts with awareness. People who want to control you often count on your lack of attention. You may be so busy with work, school, or personal problems that you miss subtle signs. Maybe a coworker is always fishing for personal information about you, or perhaps a friend keeps joking about your abilities in front of others, reducing your confidence. Robert Greene often emphasizes how vital it is to understand the people around you. Notice their habits, their fears, and what drives them. Ask yourself, why do they act this way? When you ask these questions, you stop living on autopilot. You begin to see the real motivations behind people's words and actions. One easy exercise is to keep a small journal. Jot down suspicious behavior or any patterns you pick up. The simple act of writing things down clarifies your thoughts. You might discover someone is always sweet when they need a favor, but cold or distant otherwise. Recognizing these patterns is the first step to protecting yourself. Maintain your emotional control. We've all had that moment where someone's words or actions get under our skin. We lash out or shut down. The problem is, if you let someone stir your emotions too much, they can steer you wherever they want. This is something Robert Greene often warns about. If you lose your cool, you lose control. Staying calm doesn't mean ignoring your emotions. It means not letting them drown out your reasoning. The next time you feel provoked, try to pause and breathe. Think, why are they saying this now? Are they trying to get a reaction from me? By taking a short moment to reflect, you maintain your composure. This pause can give you the upper hand, because you're not throwing yourself into a battle that someone else set up. Self-awareness in this sense is like armor. When you understand your emotional triggers, it's harder for others to exploit them. For example, if you know you hate being called lazy, you can prepare yourself. If someone uses that label to upset you, you'll see the tactic for what it is, a trick to unsettle you and keep your calm response. Control your own image. One key lesson from Robert Greene is about shaping how others see you. If you don't control your image, someone else might do it for you. People who want to control you may try to define your image as incompetent or naive, so they can bend you to their will. To counter this, be mindful of how you present yourself. In your workplace, show people you're reliable by meeting your deadlines and keeping your word. If you're in a group of friends, demonstrate fairness and honesty. By creating a solid reputation, you become less vulnerable to someone else's smear campaign. Also, practice strategic modesty. Sometimes it's good to appear a bit more reserved about your talents. Why? Because certain individuals might try to sabotage you if they see you as a big threat. By carefully choosing when and how to show your strength, you stay in control of your image and avoid unwanted challenges. Stay unpredictable. One of the most famous strategies is to remain unpredictable. If people always know how you'll react, they can plan their moves around you. They can anticipate your next step, corner you, and use your routines against you. So how do you stay unpredictable without becoming chaotic? It can be as simple as changing small habits. For instance, if you always share your plans right away, keep them to yourself until you're sure of the outcome. If you always take the same route to work, vary it occasionally, both for mental freshness and to avoid falling into a rut. In personal relationships, don't always agree too soon. Sometimes say you'll think it over. These small acts show that you value your own agency. The goal isn't to be secretive or sneaky. It's to remind people that you have depth and independence. This keeps potential manipulators on their toes. They'll see you as a person with layers, someone who can't be easily read or controlled. Build a strong allies. Robert Greene also highlights the importance of alliances. You don't have to stand alone. In fact, having a strong network of trusted friends and advisors can shield you from those who might try to control you. These allies can give you honest feedback, warn you about shady individuals, and support you when you're in a difficult spot. But be careful not to overshare personal secrets or future plans with everybody, especially colleagues or acquaintances. you don't fully trust. Focus on building a close-knit group of people who have proven themselves over time. These relationships should be built on mutual respect and reciprocity. Why does this matter? Because when manipulators see that you have strong bonds and support, they'll think twice before moving against you. It's easier to isolate and dominate someone who's alone. By having loyal friends or mentors, you're far less vulnerable to tactics like gossip, peer pressure, or emotional blackmail. Play the long game. A common mistake is reacting to every small challenge or insult as if it's a major threat. Overreacting can drain your energy and make you seem easily controlled. Instead, Robert Greene's approach suggests playing the long game. Focus on your bigger goals and choose your battles wisely. For example, if a coworker tries to make you look bad in a meeting, you might not have to confront them right away. Take a step back and observe. Is their behavior part of a pattern? Are they insecure about their own position? When you understand the broader dynamics, you can respond in a more effective way, maybe by documenting facts, speaking at the right time, or discreetly showing your actual skills to the right people. Playing the long game also means being patient. True power and self-control come from steady growth, not quick fixes. Work on your craft, improve your skill set, and quietly let the results show. Over time, the people who can't control you might lose interest or look for easier targets. September clear boundaries. Another fundamental tactic is setting boundaries. It's not enough to silently wish others would respect your space. You have to make it clear what you will and won't tolerate. Some people assume they can overstep with jokes, prying questions, or even demands for favors. If you let it slide once, they may test you again. Politely but firmly let others know when they've crossed a line. You don't have to be aggressive. You can say something like, "I'd rather not discuss that," or "I appreciate your concern, but I'll handle it my way." This might feel uncomfortable at first, but it prevents bigger problems later. People who respect your boundaries will back off, and those who don't might reveal their controlling nature. Setting boundaries also applies to how you spend your time. If someone is always trying to keep you engaged in their plans, or calls you only when they need a favor, learn to say no when it doesn't align with your goals or well-being. Script, constantly learning. Robert Greene is an advocate for lifelong learning. One reason people get controlled is they stop learning new skills. They stay in a comfort zone that others can exploit. Maybe you're in a job where you haven't updated your skill set in years, or in a social circle where you rely on one or two people for everything. By constantly learning, whether it's a new language, a new technology, or even a new way to manage your emotions, you become flexible and resilient. Learning keeps you from being overly dependent on one situation or person, because you have the ability to adapt and thrive. Imagine you're working for a boss who seems to control your every move. If you increase your skills, you create options for yourself. You can look for better opportunities or negotiate from a stronger position. Knowledge is freedom. It opens doors you might not even see right now. Staying one step ahead is really about self-mastery and a clear understanding of your environment. It involves watching how people operate, keeping your emotions steady, and having the courage to set boundaries. It also means valuing your own growth, so you're never stuck in a place where someone else holds all the power. By practicing these tactics, you don't become cold or unfeeling. Instead, you gain the freedom to choose how you respond to life. You stop letting others pull you into their games. The more calm and confident you become, the more respect you'll earn, and in the end, people who try to control you will see it's just not worth the effort. You've become too sharp, too aware, and too grounded in your own sense of purpose. Remember, no one can fully control you unless you hand them the keys. Keep those keys in your own pocket. Observe, adapt, grow, and trust your instincts. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more insights inspired by the works of Robert Greene.